Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I haven't played this game since July sometimes, it seems. Like the start of July. So it's been quite a while. But this morning I was reading on Twitter about a kind of troubling development where, one second, I'm just going to turn on the game audio a little bit. This is the best way I can think of doing that because I'm computer illiterate. Yeah, I was reading a thread about how Zaum, which you can see here, the studio that made this game, I'm going to turn it down slightly more. Is dissolving. And it's not just that the studio is dissolving. In fact, the studio as like a legal entity might stay together, but the collective of people that formed that studio and had been making smaller scale non-video game projects set in the world of Elysium for quite some time was disbanding. And I didn't really get into all the nitty-gritty of the details, but I read a long statement that kind of explain the origins of the group and their kind of motivations and the various stages that Elysium went through as this kind of parallel fantasy world that they all contributed to, that was this collective source of inspiration and a place to kind of situate other imaginative processes and stuff. And it struck me as really, really beautiful, this idea of this world that they had created together, transforming so many times and ultimately becoming this massive, amazing, awe-inspiring masterpiece of a game. And I was like, wow, yeah, that's such a beautiful thing. Like, how few projects can actually manifest themselves to this level. To turn that sort of passion into something so intricate and beautiful and well-formed. And then I was like, what the hell am I talking about? I haven't even beaten it. I might not even be very far into it, for all I know. And it really motivated me. I gotta start freaking playing it again. So here we are. It's been a long while. I think I mostly remember what I was doing, but maybe I'm going to be RPing as the amnesiac cop. Oh yeah. So we had a terrible dream. A terrible, terrible dream. Now it's 7:30 in the next morning. We learned we had a dry sleep, a sleep that was not nourishing. I'm still doing the expression. I finally looked into the mirror and saw my face. Let's try to get what's going on here. Okay, we got a lot on the go here. Speed. Try to find some speed. Makes sense. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Somebody around this town must deal amphetamines. Okay, yeah, this is important. This is our core mystery. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Okay, yeah, that's important. Might as well do that ASAP, get more options. Ooh. That didn't go so well last time, but we can try to do that again. This one is... I'm feeling kind of like a Samuel Beckett-esque absurd defeatism around this, where it's like, no matter what we try, that friggin' body is stuck in the tree, I'm thinking. Okay. Can try to do that. Yes, when we didn't understand what the game is. Okay, I think we've got a decent amount of money. Where can I see my money? Oh, we've got $100. Yeah, we can last. Track down your badge. Joyce, who is on the boat, the rich lady on the boat. We'll do our best there. Going around with the tattoos, no progress there. Okay, yeah, this might take some time. the door that even Kim started being like, hey, what is down in there? I want to do this, yeah. That's important. Rich person. We know Joyce. Joyce could maybe help us out here. Sometime after 9 p.m. to see if anyone's home. Okay. Gun. Alright. Well, I'm not optimistic with what we got. I guess we should start by getting some dang clothes on, perhaps. How will we spec today? These two cancel each other out. It's not a bad look. We could just go for, you know, El Clasico, but I might as well wear a different outfit today. Get the hat on. Oop, get the hat on. Looking good. The tie, of course. I don't think we can beat these shoes. Might as well get some fingerless gloves on, because we're a little edgy like that. Shoes. We don't need no indirect mode of taxations. It took me a while to really understand, you know, which of these were jokes and which ones are actually stat upgrades. All right, looking alive, looking like we're moving and we're doing something. Jeez, what should we do? What in God's name are we gonna do? Well, it's a new day, so maybe some people got some new stuff to say. Can do detective mode, gotta keep remembering that. Oh, we can do our skill check, perhaps. See what's going on with the window. No, it's still locked. Oops. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Life is tough for an alcoholic amnesiac cop. Should meet up with Kim. That's important. This was the person that had the union member's jacket on, I'm pretty sure. Or was it this one?
It's closed.
Or no, this one.
Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
So this is the other thing I've been thinking about. The first kind of session I had playing this game, which already was pretty prolonged and broken up, I was sort of in this mentality of like, this is like a dialogue puzzle game where you gotta like read people and be a detective and, you know, work out what you can say to them to get them to open up and tell you something, right? I had that kind of view of it, which I think would be a, you know, a cool enough game. But when I was reading about like the real passion behind it, the way they went about developing it, really thinking about all of the fantastic dialogue that is in this game, there's no way that they're going to be like, oopsie, you clicked the wrong option, now you're locked out of this character forever and your progress is doomed. So I'd already kind of had a revelation before where I'm like, I should just be saying shit to people, like, what's the worst that can happen? But now I feel really committed to, you know, just say it all. Say it all.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union message.
Ooh.
They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
See, at first I was like, I shouldn't say this because I, the player, know why. And I don't want Kim to think down on our poor boy. But you know what? Like...
Everything belongs to the workers' union. The values for him, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them. I mean, ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for safety. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. One loose thread less to worry about.
Okay.
One
Okay.
to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would, in fact, even the death of two detectives.
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger. Just calmly factor
Okay.
it in.
One more
We
thing
can do
before
it.
we don't have to talk to them immediately.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own.
Okay. I like that they make that very clear, that you don't have to just leap into the very first thing presented to you. We are almost at another level up, which is very exciting. What are we working on right now? Self-critique. Right. Excellent. And we became a communist. Which is excellent. Never going to forget that. I don't know, you know, all of these are so mysterious. I don't know how eagerly I should be filling these up. But I kind of feel like spending my next hundo on that instead of another skill point. I don't know. I got some time to decide, I guess. Let's talk to our bartender. Maybe we'll pay for tonight's room.
Got the 20 real.
Yeah, let's just do
You got
that.
the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another.
How good?
So now we can level up, which is nice. Our little demonic form upset. You do not have enough skill points available. Do I not? Oh, here we go. Or should I upgrade a skill? Well, let's look at what checks have we failed. I suppose we can just sit on this right now. So, like, I could try to upgrade, like, logic, composure, rhetoric, interfacing. None of these are, like, super necessary. Yeah, I think we just sit on it for now. And then we see if there's a skill check that seems important.
Yes.
We can fire away, but no, I don't think that's worth doing. Maybe something will improve. She's out here now.
Just a moment. And there's no public phone?
The closest phone booth is down the coast.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
I like that the cafeteria manager is like not actually a dick. He's just a dick to us for tons and tons of valid reasons.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweet. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. The manager was vague about to let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that there may be delay. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Side thing. I need to take care of my main thing. I really like how our boy is so deranged and like just barely grasping reality with his fingernails that he can make these sorts of almost meta fourth wall breaking statements, but it feels perfectly in character.
That's just it.
Cold breeze. Is
Expeditions. So she's like a zoologist.
something sweet in it.
He's some sort of explorer.
A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look,
But you have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a hop, but they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast.
the water lock that was broken. This
Trivial? I don't know if that was trivial, dude. I hadn't thought about that water lock in 3 months. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see, oh, this proceed. Let's ask about
Sweetie,
Gary
it's not
first.
that Gary's as loyal as they come.
Alright.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful.
You're welcome, man.
I hate
Kim's
to
impressed.
ask if your investigation takes you.
Okay.
surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that.
This also, like, the Inland Empire seems to kind of speak from that, like, video gaming perspective. Where it's, yeah, it's like this real paranoid Pynchon-esque sense of reality where it's like, well, shit, maybe I am going to discover an insect.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold. Oh, you're such a dear.
I don't think there's any downside to taking on all these tasks, right? Like, it's a little overwhelming, but it's not like they've suggested that there's like a max of these, I would think. Look at all these ones we're knocking off too. Excellente.
Oh, yes. A zoologist.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to...
Damn, Kim, read the room. You can go along with this lady.
One opinion yet.
My apologies, man.
Yeah, come on, Kim.
It not a
Even
hobby.
calling it a hop, yeah.
It's a subfield of searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless. And
You know,
frankly, many scientists
I'm
lazy to do
a
it.
woman of science.
Universities
I
these days
only
are
really
rarely
believe
interested
things in things that are in front of my face and have a lot of stuff backing it up. I don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I don't believe in Chupacabra or anything like that. But what I believe is that those people believe it. I don't think it's like a grift. I don't think it's just a tourist trap. I think there are people out there that legitimately believe they saw something. And I want to get to the understanding of what that something is on like a psychological level, on a phenomenological level. You know, there's always like some explanation. There's always some continuing thread. Like I see these ideas of repeated sightings and stuff and I'm not like, oh, that proves it's real. You know, far from it. But I do think it proves that there's some greater thing than just like a bunch of crazy people or maybe they are crazy, but what kind of crazy? Why is this idea so pervasive? Why is it so compelling? I don't know. There's a lot to it. Like I think it's not good to just dismiss it. I think there's like a meta research that's very fascinating, to be very fruitful.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles.
Let's talk a little bit more about the insect first.
Fascinating.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well, it's a
Phasmid.
Here comes the interest.
where other phasmids imitate sticks
Hmm.
or leaves, this one's a living
Okay.
reed, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciates.
Insulidian phasmid.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing.
it's not made up, officer. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment, well, some teenagers making out in the reed saw one. They didn't know.
Interesting. Maybe
Did the phasmid mate the teenager?
just make out.
Oh god, you horn dog. I still, no, I have to say it. This team of passionate geniuses wrote this game for such a tiny sliver of the population that I am lucky enough to fall into. I can't leave without seeing this writing. Even though I know...
I doubt it. It's not.
Okay, she liked it. She thought it was a joke, instead of just me being a pervert.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matches the Insulindian phasmid perfectly.
See, and this will happen with other cryptozoological cases. That even people who haven't heard of a local legendary monster will still see that monster, report it, and then be told, hey, that lines up with our local Yeti or whatever, right? So there's something. Something is causing this to happen. It's not a Yeti. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted. But it's something.
Not at all. Why else would it hide? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
The other thing, I guess, is like, you know, this is eating up time, which I feel like Kim is anxious about.
His eyes are
We can only do so much in a day.
like a small boy's, and
But
his palms are quite coarse from all the field work.
this is such lovely writing. This game has moments of just genuine sincerity and so many emotional spectrums. This is really just an old lady who loves her husband.
It's always a challenge to describe a person you know.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook.
Oh, come on. Ah, in the end. Kim wants to help.
Other thing.
Kim wants to
He
help.
has all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds. We'll be celebrating our 16th
Wow.
anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying by a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. Well, here we are.
How lovely. How lovely.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
See, I have poor reaction speed in real life. If there's anything sus about that story, I let myself get swept away past it.
Been useful.
Alright, let's roll the dice.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. Turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. And
Cryptid Extravaganza.
just one.
God, his voice acting is so good!
Or he'll be disappointed.
Well, we don't want that for sure.
Tough choice there.
Biggest.
That would be the giant of Kokonur.
And what's so exciting, and what I'm really trying to appreciate more and more, is just the richness of this world they've built. It's not so simply just like a parody of Eastern Europe right after the fall of the Soviet Union, or in some alternate timeline wherein that happens elsewhere. The renaming of things and stuff, that's not just gags. They really built out a full world that you're just kind of seeing this authentic little obscured sliver of. And it leads me to wonder, you know, is the Giant of Kokonur real? What kind of place is Kokonur? Like, it's not just a line. I'm sure they know. I'm sure they had plans at some point to teach you.
The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur.
Samara, we've heard that mentioned quite a few
South
times.
Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes. A mirage or a psychogenous luminance.
Psychogenous luminance.
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the towering luminosity of Kokonur.
Hooey. No animal can be that.
Hooey.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism and ecosystem.
And what's interesting is this is actually varied over the geographic eras of the Earth.
Might allow
That
creatures
in
to
ancient,
grow
like,
to
Triassic periods,
gargantuan
it was
size.
because the atmosphere had a lot more oxygen. There was like big stuff, like stuff that was small now is bigger. One second. I got my own side quests. Da da dee da da da. Alright. A gravity anomaly. Yeah, because, like, there's a lot of limiting factors inside of animal, and for animal size. There's big... Okay. Yeah, the fact that they internally collapse due to gravity is a pretty hard limit, though, and gravity doesn't change.
Great. This is great shit.
Okay, tiniest.
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
He nods approvingly.
You know, two hands.
Yeah, let's have some more cryptids.
Is there a
Hey, you promised you'd...
The lieutenant put something in him.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have more cryptids.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, Kim.
well, the smallest cryptid is the Cryobacter catlensis, a unicellular bacterium. It was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Katla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanou. Some 17 bacterial colony. Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she brought back to study. Yes, the bacteria.
It's actually... to see. But do go on.
But do go on.
Yes, and she's quite mad too.
Whoa.
We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except the gnome of Jeroma. Oh, it is. None of his victims. It was reportedly a small creature with webbed
Ooh,
fingers
kind of like a kappa.
protruding forehead.
Do you love
A
kappas?
couple of campers found it when it was already dying. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature was found, why are there illustrations of it in science?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on
Hmm.
the creature instead.
And I mean,
all the venom
this stuff does happen
leaked
in
into
actual
the
zoo biology and
dissolving
stuff.
the creature
In the
itself.
olden days, they would do the stupidest shit to their specimens when they had so few of them and they were so poorly preserved to begin with. They would do the most ridiculous experiments. The one that comes to mind that's very famous is they sent a taxidermied duckbill platypus that they had discovered during expeditions to Australia back to the British Museum for study and, you know, recording and whatever, preservation, display. And they were convinced it was a hoax. I mean, you know what? It's kind of fair, but they were trying to, like, cut off the bill with scissors to prove that, like, it had been stitched together down there in Australia by some other scientists as a prank. Insane.
What an interesting question.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name
Hmm.
is Thin Whisper of Sound, and that's precisely what it is. Like nothing, it's such a high-pitched sound that us humans,
Fine, I'll buy it.
many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't, it could be. As I said,
Maybe it's predatory.
it's not.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I like how we're not even allowed to ask about this.
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s,
Hmm.
when playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Earth, the scientists
Just not.
discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves.
She transforms when speaking about these strange animals into a confident woman.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and
Hey, wait a
called
minute.
it the Col de Mama
That's-
d'Aqua.
It's not what she said it was called, named for before.
Voice of God, which is said to be very silent.
She said his name means thin whisper of sound, and then later she said it means the voice of God. Or you know what, I guess that's not incompatible. Because what they call the voice of God could translate into that, I guess. But, you know, my detective brain, my masterful L.A. Noir type detective brain, my Phoenix Wright objective screaming brain is trying to say objection right now. Okay, wow.
They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mama d'Aqua. That is a sad story. A group of university students they tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound.
Mmm.
This lady really should be a teacher.
They cancel each other out.
Explaining things thin.
Well, actually, they could do either of these two, right? Wait, right? No. They can only cancel each other out. If there's multiple of them, then it can be like an additive thing. Yeah, because even if you have some that are constructive and some that are deconstructive, the accumulation of all of them of a repeated sound wave is going to end up having more deconstruction than construction, right? Like destructive interference and constructive interference. Yes, they cancel each other out.
Exactly. And these tests were performed so
Great regret washes over her. A wet linen cloth.
after that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and
I want to hear him say this.
I like the story, though.
I think he really did.
Glad you did, dear. What about what? Of course, dear.
Alright. A great chat to start the day. We killed like an hour talking to her, but you know what? It's all good. We detect in a little bit what's going on with this. you.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little. He looks up at you, then shrugging is an international sign for no. I don't know what's behind that door.
This friggin' door. I'm gonna take a look at it while we're here.
See a heavy
Nah, nothing new. Alright, shall we talk to these union fuckers while we're here? Or shall we go about some more trivial business? This guy's not gonna say much to us. That drunk who is passed out, conked out on a bottle of rum here is gone. This is our gardening girl.
Handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. No, I am not a gardener.
Oh!
For the Dock Workers Union.
Since when? What the?
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that's Titus. Talk to him, but know this.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal hunter.
She's starting to hate us. I think she was kind of playing us the first day by being, you know, just extremely friendly, extremely helpful, willing to do this and that for us. I think mostly just to feel out what are our intentions, what are we gonna do, what are we gonna be messing with. But like, now that she knows, A, we're kind of harmless, and B, we are indeed investigating the very thing that she's counseling over, I think now she's like, alright, the gloves are off, literally and figuratively. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this via me.
What you want is of no significance.
Yeah, she's had enough.
Test your authority. What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do
Hmm.
things to people. Aggressive, you make your living enforcing violence.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 25 million residents are stealing it.
Fuck yeah.
Look at this dude. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Alright. Let's try to get some communism going.
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Alright. Well, let's see what's going in here. Talk to Titus, one of our enforcer boys.
This is where you say your bed.
Oh, there we go.
Detective.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you, maybe against it.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Let's try this out. Let's try this. Let's see how far we can go with this.
Fucking kidding? You guys high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
Okay, that didn't help at all.
Wow. Real big dick cops. Look at them. Reckless.
Oh, we talked to this guy before, I think.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop.
Must be something in the water in general.
Yeah, gave him real nice, big dick.
Yeah. Anyway.
You might want to start asking your questions.
So macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder.
Oh, let's scan the room again. Man, we're getting so old.
You're gonna get
Oh, we were interrogating about cryptids so well. What went wrong? Every instinct I have is wrong.
Yeah, you fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah. You're not even
Fat Angus.
fuck, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company.
Too late. You already said the room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we looking.
Of the actors here, you could take another look at the tracks
Hmm.
on the crime scene.
Now let's just fire on all cylinders.
I'm just here to swing your big dick. They couldn't get him down, boss. He's
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt? Because we took it from the harbor.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the police.
Confession?
We did this. Together. All of us. Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever or send them to Reunion to rot? For 20 years? For life?
doesn't remember them.
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
So they really just admitted to it. There's no trickery. There's no, you know, This is frustrating. It feels like we should be able to take a step forward here. This isn't gonna work. We're gonna get our ass beat. But this is like what we already knew. We already assumed that it was the Union people.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. What you can do right now,
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
you don't have to keep answering his.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We'll get the best of the night.
Known him? We don't.
Yeah.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier?
No. I mean Pines Cow. The stupid ass. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interest in things.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. I am. He stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it. But I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire bird shit like that. Wrong. He harassed raped one.
There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning
To kill us all. If we don't open the gates. If we don't let the scabs in. If we don't.
Yeah. He said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here.
Hey, that sounds like me.
Grabbing girls.
That sounds like me.
Karaoke.
What am I doing?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go that far.
Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then
Ooh.
gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah. Me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
This might be the person on the phone
No,
that's the victim of this.
you're not getting a name.
Despite the stonewall, you can slip one more question in.
Titus, do not answer.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her.
What are you talking about? Embarrassed.
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I'm heading.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny.
It won't be for long. It's true. She was the only thing holding it.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything?
Can you give us a few more details?
Titus,
We overpowered him. Dragged his unconscious.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
This is not gonna work.
Weren't you fucking listening?
Ooh, okay, this is interesting. This opens up like a whole bunch of new witnesses.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think?
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Like one, Corporal.
This is all we got left.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood.
A fearful readiness. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber.
Wise move. You made the right choice there.
I think this is all we can do.
your investigation here is done. Leave Martin.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us.
Reticle. So that's what this is about. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters.
Oof.
Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Alright, alright, alright. We've seen the suspects. All we need to do is prove some extra culpability of one person that we can take in. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. I actually made some pretty good progress there. We know who killed them. It's those fuckers. Does it really even matter which one of them? This is what I studied law for. Oh, poor girl. You know what? Okay, we're gonna call this episode now. It's shorter than normal, but I have to do some other stuff. But let's have a thought first.
What's that? The Col de Mamadakwa? No. There seems to be an extremely high-pitched train. Ultrasonic. There it is again. It must be very close. What are you doing? You're a police officer. Not a ornithologist.
No, I don't hear that.
He knew exactly. Oh, goodness.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf. Oh no. The sound. No. Too late. It's gone. There is. Keep your ears peeled there. If the species.
Alright, shall we hear it? We'd have to spend our money on a slot. You know what? Yeah, I want it. I want it. I'm gonna internalize this weird bird. Okay, let's find out about the weird bird next time. Bye-bye.